Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Welcome. How are folks? Don't knock it. Thanks for the gifted memberships. Hey Martin. Hi Jeff. Hey Steven. Hey Steve. Yan. Hey Charlie and Nadir. How are folks? Hey, it's Tor. Red Sky and Bill and Eric. Hey Rod, I'm going to see you this weekend, right? Nomad. Kittrell and Tuxedo. How are folks? PF Dennis. Mitchell. Ooh, I'm tired. That was a long weekend. There was not much downtime, so it was good. See me at Mirth. Awesome. Hey Taco. Void. What else do we have? Vinny and GJ. Subnormal Nebula and Barry. One long weekend, very long. And I'm about to have another one. And many of you will too, so I'm looking forward to it. I am going to be ultra relaxing the rest of this week, honestly. I'm going to be doing not a whole lot. I'm going to prioritize getting rest and hydrating, because that's something I know I didn't hydrate enough for this last weekend. And this heat bubble, or whatever they call it, that's coming up to in the Midwest. I want to be prepared. So, hey Daniel, hey Poity, hey Derek. Who else do we have here? Hey Maddie, hey, comes and say goodnight. Have a good one. See you, Maddie. I like this angle. It's a little noisy in the background. We'll figure that out as time goes on. It's not coming, it's here. I saw some like thunderstorm chances on Sunday. Is that still the case? So, okay, so what we're going to do today is just kind of casually, we can chat about open source and chat about Murph coming up. I'm gonna belt up the Trident here. So my feet still hurt from last weekend. I have a pretty good, my feet and legs seem to be pretty robust for this stuff. I mean, I stand here for at least 3 hours once a week and at least 2 hours another time a week. So Derek, did I thank you for that? Thank you. Must be blistering hot in California. It wasn't too bad today. It might get hotter. Oh, Derek, again, thank you. Derek is also going to make my legacy work again. He was kind enough to bring a spare Mellow Fly SB2040 V2 board. The V1 that's in there is one that I repaired, and I think it's causing some MCU disconnects. So I'm going to swap it out, and hopefully that'll work. So, hey, Viney, hey, little brat, hey, Prince. It's cutting grass in 98 with an air quality advisory. Ouch. Meanwhile, Positron defixed your Positron. That's okay. We'll get the Positron back and going. There were a few things that have been discovered. We will get them sorted. Of course you do, Poity. Oh, did the YouTube app just apply twice? Well, if that was a mistake, they'll get you sorted out. So, no rest for upside down printing. Okay. So yeah, open source was awesome. If anybody, so there were so many booths there. I did do some filming. I took out the camera. I took out the Osmo 3. Yeah, Uplo. I took out the Osmo 3 pocket and walked the entire floor, filming every booth. Now, the quality of that stuff is going to be, I haven't looked at it yet, but I did stop at a couple of booths and chatted with them, and I feel like those turned out pretty well. My gimbal control on that camera needs practice, but I think the content will be useful. So, what else do we have? Hey, Stephen Poole, welcome. Hey, Bob. Time to close the sauce and put it back in the fridge. Massive bunch of stuff and people. So many people. It was a lot of fun. Hey, lol. I haven't watched a stream in a while. YouTube now has an AI chat summary thing now. Ew. Ew. Man. Great news. Can't wait to see that. Yeah, I clipped out one of them. The very first little interview I did, it was with a warships club. And they make scale warships out of balsa and 3D printed parts. So it's mostly 3D printed with a balsa skin. and then they have battles out on small ponds, and their goal is to sink each other, and it's really awesome. So, and the video turned out on that pretty good. The audio's adequate. So, hey, Mrs. Lee Marie 3D, welcome. I'll see you this weekend, I think, right? Tuxedo, Bill Brothers, good evening, long time no chat. Bearded FXT, Tuesdays are for tacos and Steve builds. I don't know if I want any tacos today. Not super hungry today, but I had a busy day at work. Hey, Cheetah Kid. Okay, so we have things. Maybe we'll do this. So the plan is, I don't know if we'll get to XOL, but I have some of the parts here. And I have, this came in the mail while I was at OpenSauce. So the orbiter we're gonna put on here and the toolhead board. Now there's some question on the ADXL that's built into this. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. No worries, Apollo, you have a good excuse. I want Ivan's mini cart. I rode Ivan's mini cart and it was scary. It was a blast. And if you got used to driving that, controlling it, it would be really fun. But I was deathly afraid of running that into a booth or the wall, because the way it works is it's got a wheel in the back that's about this big around and about this wide. And that's the drive wheel. And then it has two levers. One on the right is brake. One on the left is throttle. And then you have two foot paddles. And it's opposite. You push this foot down, you turn this way. Push this foot down, you turn this way. And if you don't coordinate that and you accidentally push forward instead of pull back, yeah. But I rode it for about 5 or so minutes around one of the, on Friday when there weren't a ton of people, around one of the less populated halls. So, hey Shannon. Tin Talon. Taco Tuesdays means anything you can buy from a taco truck. There you go. Open sauce. Hey, L8 Lab. We need STL's bomb, put a logo on it. I haven't even actually checked. I mean, I asked him if it could be built and he said yes, but I don't know if the files are yet available. And I hear that it needs one of the parts is 800 millimeters in a direction. So too big even for the Phoenix, I think. I haven't actually checked to see if it would fit diagonally. So probably not. Hey, Nuno. So just a warning, today is going to be a lot of this, just talking about OpenSauce with a little bit of building in between. Super chill. Like I said, I'm tired. And we're going to go for about 2 hours or so, depending on what we're into, where we're at in belting this up. So anyway, we have those. I don't know. I doubt we'll get to those today, but we will get to those. The 9 millimeter pulleys for the steppers. And those, and then I printed the correct parts for the supporting the shorter shafts. Hey Peter, I'm just at the airport leaving San Francisco now. I was excited to see both Voron booth and the LDO one. Awesome. I bought my ticket. I bought a general admission ticket for OpenSauce next year. I did the same thing last year. I bought a general admission ticket just because I didn't know what the plans were going to be. And I figured the price would go up, and it went up a lot. So I went ahead, it was $106 with the fees. So I'll at least be able to get in on a general admission ticket. And then I can always sell it or give it away if we end up doing something else, exhibit or whatever. So send me the email from last week's giveaway. I know, Nuno. So I do owe emails for giveaways. I'll get those done this week before I leave for Murph. I promise, 100%. You can unsubscribe if I don't do it. Did you ever have issues with LDO lead screws on the Trident? My palm nuts are ground down after half a year now. I have not at all. These have all been fine. I mean, they're not brand new, but they're not wearing through. And I haven't seen any print quality issues that might lead me to look at them closer. Did the price go up already? Premium goodie bag was really nice. I have the poster you gave me somewhere. I think it's in the other garage. Tough to justify 3,000 miles for a weekend. Yeah. Did you get a chance to watch that Pinky and the Brain theme song cover? No, I didn't. I will though. I will. This month, I am very much looking forward to every event this month. Almost as much I'm looking forward to the 10 weeks of no events in between this and the next round of them. So I will be getting through a lot of that starting in July. As a guest, so jealous of them, they got to go to see Adam Savage's cave. That, I'm jealous of that too. Some issues when using palm nuts and PTFE lead screws, and had any issues with mine so far. This one is the PTFE and palm nuts. Gandalf the Grey build. You know, I was pretty pleased. My beard stayed straight and even the whole weekend. I got back to the hotel and I'd look in the mirror. I'm like, nice, that worked. I was pleased. Yeah, let's get some stuff. Where did I put them? Have printed parts that where did those go? In here. Where did they go? They're probably tucked underneath something over here. Vacation means running all over. Vacation is doing nothing because I'm running all year. I'm gonna move this off. Oh, there they are. We get the Wookiee back. Open sauce was a lot of fun. Yeah, I put them up here. So these extend down into the opening here, so they will engage with the shorter shafts. These are 36 or 38 millimeters. 3D HP. I was at Open Sauce. I got a text from my 20-year-old, but he was very nice and got a special peanut butter cookie, big peanut butter cookie, and a really awesome salmon sandwich for me when I got back. So, tried one of Waymo's self-driving cars today. Fun. I hope everyone here had good Father's Day that it applies to. Brian, welcome. Chris has mentioned there was a known issue with some LDO kits having too aggressive lead screw. I think he mentioned they replaced his. Okay. Do you put much grease on PTFE plated lead screws? I have not. I haven't put any grease on these. So, hey Jared, welcome. Okay, so these get a, where are those? Aha. These get just one of these bearings in here. And what I'm thinking I'm probably gonna want to also do is put one of the small diameter shims on top of that, if there's room to line everything up. So, is having a count as a father? Sure, I'll allow it. And this one, so these are a nice, they're a relatively, they won't fall out fit, but they're not gonna stay in place over time. So if they're, I don't know where they line up on this, we'll see. I think it might be a case of wanting to do, could even be maybe a thicker printed shim or something to line these up. I don't know if it's necessary, but we'll find out. So I think this might be the fit here. There we go. Hey Troy. Hey Jack. Do you notice the commemorative coin I handed you was a bottle of... I did not notice that. I did not. Okay, so these are gonna go just in their normal spot. And then we're gonna have a couple of 9mm 20 tooth pulleys Little Brat, thanks for becoming a member. I saw Jeff Geerling several times there, Jared. I did not get an opportunity to chat with him. So this side, it points up. I'm guessing that's gonna have to, and I have no idea where this is gonna need to line up with this. So we will just get it kind of just touching so it doesn't fall. Redacted, say hello for me, please. Talk with him and his dad, nice people. Awesome. I'm going to put this on here and kind of measure what length of screw I am going to need. Some of my tools may be in the other shop, so we will make do, because I took some with me. How does belt tensioning work on these ones? These parts here, these extra printed parts, are part of this pink part and this purple part. There's a screw that goes that way and you pull it this way. These are slotted. Get a pie dispenser and gave away 480 pie picos. I have one of those dispensers here. It will not be staying here. I have noticed the tensioners are opposite and now I can't unsee it. It's because of the way the belt path is. So the belt path is in the top side on this side and on the bottom side on this side. So it kind of has to be. Helped him print parts. She does reviews for Tom's Hardware. Yep. I'd be curious to hear what you think about the PB tools. Yes. Yes. Those are in the other over there too. So these are 45 is how thick that is. I don't like this. I don't like this. Here's the problem. So this distance here is 45 millimeters, which means you need to go to a 50 millimeter fastener to get into the stepper, right? Well, the spec for the threads on this is not, I mean, a lot of them can, it'll probably work, but I think the spec is like 3 or 4 millimeters. You can count on it being 3 or 4 millimeters. Now that, I'm just doing a rough guess here. We'll see if it works, because that looks like it may be right at just over 5 millimeters. But yeah. So now let me change a little bit. Let me back up a little bit. I think the plan, the goal, the expectation is use these washers here too. I could be wrong, but I'm guessing. Although they stick over the edge, so I don't really like that. I'll probably use a washer though. And also I lost one of those somewhere. I will use a washer, yeah. Okay, where are, I need some button head 50 millimeters. Yes, spacers, oh criminy. I have got not enough, so let me grab some socket head 50 millimeters. I had to thicken my top, pick up the extra bolt length since I didn't have those spacers. Yeah, I'll just use a washer as a spacer. It'd be a good thing. Yeah, let's make sure we get those likes out there and see how many we can get in the next hour and 40 minutes. Here. Oh yeah, plenty of socket head ones. Maker Viking, welcome. Hey, Just Push Print. Okay, and washers. 3 square nuts. 3 washers right here. Just gonna go. Shift this around. There we go. I've been asking you to make sure nobody stole his scooter while he signed Big Bird. What if I stole it? Yeah. So I walked around, like I said, and I took the camera and took most of it is just kind of walking around and showing what's there. If somebody kind of looked up and it wasn't already busy and it looked interesting to me to talk to them, then I walked up and asked if I could talk and film. The spots I did that was the warships, and then a little educational run around a racetrack robot that was right next to the warships. And then some big 3D printed planes, and what else? A high temperature printer, upside down Core XY high temperature printer. And what else? I think there was one more, but I can't remember. Yeah, thanks for introducing me, Apollo. I'm Dan from Orion Blasters, right? And I will be building a Lynx blaster, which is the one with the magazine all the way at the back of the stock. So. We'll see. That is, oops. Let's do this a little slower. Bullpup, is that what it's called? Hey, Arthur. There's some pretty amazing foam. Oh yeah, the Gatling. That was nuts. These, this is a long screw going into a, going in here. So we need to, you can't just tighten one down, apparently. There we go. Let's see if I can just push this all through. There we are. That should work. Looks like you're gonna bottom out. I don't think so. I think it's right on the edge. We'll see if this moves around. I think it's okay. The kid that made the upside down high temp Trident is Vale Industries. I have all that info. I spent about 5 minutes talking to them about it. Kids knew all the answers to all my questions. Serious about this project? Yeah. Yeah, it was very, very, very thought out. We'll see how it goes. Just one topic that kind of got not great answers, which was the redundancy of sensors regarding safety. Okay. I had some questions that I asked about just like design considerations on that, as far as the bed and the weight of the bed being upside down and the gantry and stuff. Hey, Dama. Yeah, it's very close. But I think it'll be okay. Jamie, thank you. Thanks for the gifted memberships. Andrew. Okay, so that is really awfully close to where it's going to need to be, just eyeballing that. Oh, bye-bye. It did not spill all over the place. It did fine. So I think what I want to do is do a little better eyeball of this. And I think it's going to be a benefit to put some shims on here. It might only need like 2 shims. It's really hard to tell. Maybe I can throw a belt in there temporarily. Hey Sanity, welcome. I throw a belt in here. My mobility scooter next year. That was a pretty spread out event. Oh, this is going to be interesting. This has to go through here and then bend in to the opening. PF Dennis, thanks for gifted memberships. At least belt routing with those will be cake. Will it? It's actually kind of interesting because you can't really get to this. I'm going to need to find something to push through here. So this way, and then I'm not sure. There we go. And then we can pull it back. There it is. I don't think it's as easy as you might think. There we go. So this is going to just go up here and kind of hang out there. What do we got here? Build a little electric go-kart. Build an Ivan Miranda go-kart. Feed the belt before putting in the motor, maybe. Oh, I'm sure that would be. I mean, you're probably correct. But the only reason I'm doing this at the moment is to help line up the pulley. This is very, very touchy. Yeah, belt coffins. This is there. This is right there. It's pretty. And I got to do this twice, at least. It gets caught in the extrusion slot as you're trying to put it in here. I'm not sure exactly what the best route is going to be. It might be one of those where you get the zip tie along the thing, but there we go. Come on. Come on. I keep using my finger to pull to turn the pulley. Oh, there, I just did it again. As soon as I try to grab it, I'm grabbing the pulley instead. There we are. Should we call Grant to do this? That, I think, would break him. And I think he'd agree. Yeah, I think a zip tie would have been a great idea. Yep, absolutely. Let me put this here. Hold that right kind of in line there. And then I can pull on this and be able to eyeball how lined up this is. Zip tie to block, yep. Okay, let's see how this lines up. I think it could go a little higher. Which is good, which means if this needs anything, it's probably gonna be like 1 or none. I don't think it needs any spacers, so that's good. If I can fit 1 in there, it'd probably be good, just so the bearing doesn't drop down and just rub on the pulley. I think that would be a good thing, but that's kind of lined up right there. Would EP2 grease work for the lead screws if I have it from greasing my linear rails. Wait and get some white lithium grease. I don't know what the compatibility or whatever issues might be with that. So that is, I think that is going to be fine. When I pull this through, the belt is staying in the middle of the 20-tooth pulley. So let's go ahead and pull this out. And then I'm gonna see if I can get a single shim in the top of that. I have washers and I have actual shims. If I can find where I put them. How's it going, zombie? What is that? This is part of the tensioning system because these are slotted. So there's a screw that goes in from this side and pulls on this pink part and pulls it that way to tension. Hey, Jeff. Where are the shims? Camera angle made me believe Steve had upgraded the aluminum extrusion to 30-30. Nope. Oh, there they are. So let's see, maybe I can get a look at this to see if it'll go in. Nogarat, welcome. I happen to have some 1/2 millimeter shims. I think I'm going to use those, at least on this side, because I think it'll fit. And I just don't want that to come down and rub on the outside of the pulley is all, over time. So let's do that. And I think you're probably right. It's probably going to be worth pulling these steppers when I actually route the belts and then push the stepper up into the spot. Okay, so that comes out. Put a shim here just on top there. That'll help. Make sure that when, I think inevitably this this bearing up here will work its way to dropping down onto the top of the pulley. And then if it starts sticking, it'll just be turning within the printed part here and just wearing away plastic. So I'm gonna leave that right there. And we'll do this side. Will the left stepper go normal way, or are you doing crazy Ivan on that one? No, it goes the normal way. It needs thruster bearings? I don't think so, because it's a is it axial? Is that right? Radial axial load. There's no thrust load here. Should we do them at the bottom half of the hour? Do what at the bottom half of the hour? Radial, thank you. I have a feeling that I'm going to need a large spacer for this. I don't think it will line up if I do it the other way. Even if it's close, I think it's still gonna. Oop. Crazy Ivan at the bottom half of the hour is a cultural reference to the hunt for. Oh, I see. What is this stuff? I have seen, when I was a kid, that came on the TV several times. I don't think I've ever watched The Hunt for Red October through, and definitely not as an adult. Well, I would have seen Firefly, so I guess that excuse doesn't work. Okay, yeah, we are going to need to have many extra shims to do the same thing on this one. Make me feel old. Let's see, where did those go? Here we are. Hey, Peter. Put some washers on these. When did The Hunt for Red October come out? What is the... Push those all the way through, I think. 1990. Oh. Book was written in the 80s. 1990 was exactly 10 years ago. This is an interesting setup here. So we'll just go a little bit each one. This is quite a little sandwich of parts. Okay. Oh, that's awfully close as it is. We've probably got 8 or 9 millimeters of spacers that are going to need to be there to fit. I can measure that. We can actually take a measurement and see what we're going to need. Fun fact, I named my first Trident Black October because it's black and I built it in October. Nice. Silent running on Forbidden Project. Okay. Let's try the zip tie method. Do I have a large enough zip tie handy? I think that one's too small. Where are my zip ties? Yeah, this might work. This might work. This is the bottom this time. Oh. Did I get that right? No. I gotta go this way. No, I did it right. Okay. It's correct. It just didn't seem like it. Bump. Maybe I go back out this way and then crisscross it. See what happens there. Maybe I can. Will this fit through here? This is where the zip tie comes in. There we go. Now will this, yep, it will. Nice. There we go. That was easier. Hey, Double T. Well, that's the plan, actually. I was not planning on getting really anything done except for running belts today, because this is a very much a post open sauce, let's just chill and make what progress we can type thing, because I'm tired. Okay, so that needs to go down a little bit. Did you use, so have you, Double T, have you built one of these with the shorter shafts? And did you use any spacers to make sure that the bearing doesn't drop down on top of the pulley? On this side, you could do the screws to hold it in place. No break for me. Nope. No rest for the wicked. Okay, so let's go in here. Bit. Let's just do some moving. There we go. That's awfully close to centered. I think that's going to be fine. Now we're going to pull this off. We're going to do some measuring to see if we can kind of get an estimate of how many shims I'm going to want to put in there. Hey Pooch, welcome. We just built yours. Well, and this one isn't all that much older than yours, actually. Are you going to be at any of the additional shows this month? Are you going to be at Rapid? I didn't think you were going to be at Murph, right? Oh, hey, Nathan from Positron. Steve will do a series on the Mercury 1. Yes, I did. I did a series on the Mercury 1. I really liked my Mercury 1. No to Merv, yes to Rapid. Okay, I'll see you at Rapid. Okay, so this guy, let's start pulling things off and start taking some measurements. My calipers, my smaller calipers are in my tools that I took to OpenSauce. What was a more pleasant build, Mercury 1 or Legacy? Legacy, I built during development, so it's hard to tell there, because it was a try something, get a design revision, then try something else. So, okay, so this is about 6 millimeters. This lip is about 6 millimeters, and this distance here, how thick is this? This might be a good way to test. So that's 40. This math might not go well. Oh, that's the part I was referring to as far as what? I don't remember what you might have said. They make tapered belt idlers like that for 6 millimeter belts. They look tapered from here. They're not tapered. bearing holder for the shorter shaft. Oh yeah, I mean this part. Yeah, oh, wow. Post-convention brain. What was that? 6, 40, and this is, that's gonna be about 20, I'm gonna say 26 millimeters. So 26 millimeters to the top of this, 40 across here. It means from the top of this to the bottom of that is 14 minus 6 is 8. So 8 shims. Did I do that right? 8 shims on top of here. A clown hammer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna put 7 because I think I fudged in the wrong direction. What I miss? Well, we're just getting this, getting it set to belt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna go 7. And these are the little small outer diameter brass ones that LDO's been including in their kits. I have extras of. So let's find out if that's gonna work. Double T pinged me on the Voron Discord. With the belt tension on the shaft, it would force the bearings against the bearing holder, and I don't think the bearings would fall. I don't trust it. I don't think I trust it. Do this instead. There we are. Do it that way. I don't trust it over time. Let's put it that way. And thank you, Double T, for sending those 14 millimeter long M5s. I got them. They are right here. Yeah, this is easier. That all compressed. I think that if it does fail, that it's a really bad thing, and I would rather take measures for it to not fail. Let's see how that looks for any remaining gap. I mean, it's less than the width of the bearing. Can't really tell from this angle if it could have used another shim. Yeah, I can't really tell. MES 55 steppers. These are nice. These are the Moon's steppers. These are worth trying. Do you fly with a parachute? There's a difference there. There is a difference there. Oh yeah, I was gonna pull these off anyway once I belted it. So let's go ahead and leave that off. You're not gonna be able to tell when this fails, and if that bearing does drop, then you're going to put, when we increase the belt tension on here, and you're putting extra tension on those stepper shafts, and suddenly it breaks, and you wonder why. Okay, let's get the Vitali tap going, because we need to use that to to secure the belts on the carriage. So let me pull up that document. I'm going to do the monolith gantry on my Trident. You can double shear stepper motors with 6mm and regular length staff steppers. Nice. The bearing should be put on from the top and maybe sandwiched in. That's not possible on these. So this particular setup, that's not possible. Now on the longer stepper shafts, there are holes here to put screws in to hold the bearing in place. Now you could do that on the left stepper because there's plenty of room. You can't quite do that on the right stepper. At least I don't think so. Well, you know, it might be worth trying a flathead screw to hold it in place. What do you think? Maybe try a flathead screw to hold it. Just 2 of them. All you got to do is hold it in place. 3 looks better and more even, but if there's clearance issues, you could get away with 2, I think. I got to search for this. Just like the G2Z holds the bearing. Exactly. And then you only need a tiny little gap. That little almost 1mm gap would be fine. Would probably work. Is this what we want? I think this is what we want. I might tweak that. I might tweak that part and throw those screws in there. Then I don't have to run any spacers. And these steppers will be just fine. Was there a, here we go, assembly instructions. Oh, I don't want to watch a video of assembly instructions. Come on. Excuse me. Wasn't there regular instructions? And we do have CAD. Let me open up the CAD. Into one. Let's do this while I open up the CAD. Actually, is this all good? Yeah. Put this over here. Here. Bring all this out here. I only ever found the video instructions. Okay, all of these are parts I printed last time for the green B2. I actually have prettier color ones for this build. Printed a few extra parts just as I was printing them on the bed. Okay. Delete. Yes. CNC Tap. Vitali tap, there it is. Get out the Loctite. I'm just going to drop it into a cap here. That'll be good. Okay. Why don't you use beacon or cartographer? Because I have this. A couple of magnets in there. And then this goes like this. And then I think they're really short, or fairly short. By 6s, probably. This will probably get, end up being, trying other things on this build. The initial build will be with this 6mm CNC Tap. It is Vitali's metal tap. Yep. He sent this to me back when I was doing the green V2. He sent me the 6mm version and the 9mm version. So. Okay. What are these? M3 by 12s for those. So M3 socket head stainless, 12s. Sure you covered this before, wire chamfers preferred over fillet. I don't know that that's true. I think it's situational. It's definitely situational for me. The spot where it makes a difference for me is when you're on the build plate. You don't want any fillets facing the build plate in your print orientation. There we go. Will this go, or does this go a different way? It's gonna go like that, but that ends up getting bolted on, doesn't it? It doesn't do the same, it doesn't connect the same way, so maybe I didn't want to do that. This isn't stealth burner or anything, so I think I'm gonna take that out for now. Did you print those parts for Vitali in the orientation they are in the GitHub? The orientation seemed like they would have issues printing. I printed them in the orientation. Yes, I did, because it's the only proper way to print them. There's no other, or if you're talking about these, there's no other way to properly print it besides on that surface. There are steep overhangs in every other direction. Hey, Ryan. Okay. That I am going to wait on. And then these are really short in 3x4s. Now, oh, there they are. And then we're going to put screws into a couple of them. Those are flatheads, itty bitty, not stainless flatheads. Go into here. Yeah. Chamfers look nicer having a consistent angle instead of changing stair stepping. Yeah, so this particular build, like I said, will probably get some other probing solution at some point to try things out. But this is just where it's beginning. Make sure those are flush there. And then these go on the back side of here into that pocket. Oh, and there's a heat set that needs to go in. Let's get the heat sets out. I am not plugged in, so let's do that. There we go. Oh, no, 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 no. Unplug. How hot did that get already? Okay, not too hot. It's got an M2 in there right now. Have you tried Beacon? I have not. I have tried a scanning Z probe, but the only one that's been the Duet on my V2 with the Duet can board. Okay, now we'll do that. I have also been happy with Tap. Maybe I'll use this as kind of the support and just put the heat set in right there. How far in it should really go. There. So that wasn't really useful. It's focusing on the top of this. Okay. Being kind of looking forward to trying it out. And I'm running the Flexure Tap. I was talking to Zruncho this weekend and checking out some of that, and it's really interesting and cool. But I haven't tried any of it yet. Okay, little itty bitty M3x4s to hold these in. I do have more of these. I bought more of these. Make sure that these are seated. Sure that these are seated completely in here. It is not. So why is it not? Let's just do some little elephant's foot mitigation with the Noga tool. I think there's a version for Dragon Burner 2. I think I'm gonna do Dragon Burner on the solid fork. I think that's the plan. There we go, that'll go in there better now. Hey, Latian. Shave around the edge to get them to fit, yeah. I think I did last time when I built this for the green V2 as well. I'm gonna do it for the other one here too. Oh. Should try Peck with the Dragon Burner. What is that? What is Peck? Flexure tap thing for Dragon Burner. Okay. I have to figure out when that solid fork rebuild is going to happen. Those look correct now. Then this part. Now I'm not going to put the other side of this on, or the sensor in yet, but I will put the heat sets in here. Allows you to probe the nozzle, working great for me so far. What I need to get working is nudge my Trident. I mean, the Voron booth at Open Sauce was Max's Phoenix, and then the rest of the lineup I brought. I had the Legacy printing a little bit. I had the switch wire printing. I had the green V2 and the gold V0. But we were printing parts for other booths. So we probably did 4 or 5 parts for booths that just came up and said, hey, can you print this for us? And most of them were pretty reasonable. One was a knitting needle about this long and about 3 or 4 millimeters in diameter with no flat surfaces. And a hook on the end to make it to where you couldn't try to print it standing up. Joey, thanks for the gifted memberships. But it was good. It was good to be able to help. It was, I think it was well appreciated. Okay, and then these guys, 3x6s, holding those in. They were. That we ended up printing it, putting it at a at about a 20-degree angle and a bunch of organic supports. And we gave it to them. I didn't hear anything back. I don't know if they just gave up on it or if it worked. Yeah, but I'll put the sensor on here when we get closer to doing wiring and stuff. And then I think this is going to get magnets and heat sets. So 2 more heat sets into these. These guys can go away. I'll read songs from the stars. No, I have not. Oops. I should, that reminds me, I should download something to listen to on the flight. Kenneth, maybe I'll download The Martian, because Max and I started listening to that on the way back from Rocky Mountain. Okay, and then I'm gonna need to put magnets in here. I want to make sure that it's. Hey Ben. Yeah, with Matt Damon. Was it Matt Damon reading it? I am coming to Murph. Even with me being really, really bad in the hot weather, I sweat like crazy. Matt Damon, yeah. I'm gonna do it anyway. I will be in Goshen probably early to mid-afternoon on Friday. Oops, sorry, that wasn't. We listened to the Hail Mary on the way there, David. It was excellent. It was really good. Project Hail Mary was great. Okay, let's put a little dab of, oh, do I have, okay, I'm gonna have to break down and go get my box of tools that I took with me to, open sauce, because too many things are in there that I could use right now. So I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I'm back. Is Sanity out of here? See you, Sanity. Good night. Driving up, leaving late Thursday night to get in Friday afternoon. We will have giveaways. That's right. That's right. Thanks for the reminder. LDO is doing some giveaways at Murph. At least one positron kit and a bunch of other stuff. So be sure to go and enter. I think Nero and or I will be announcing winners. Ooh, I got these guys. Bill brought these for me to OpenSauce. They're the special drivers for power supplies. We'll give those a try at some point. Will I have takeaways? That is the question, isn't it? Hey, BBs. Okay, there's the glue. I really just needed the glue. Is Pex Peppers coming to Murph? I would be surprised, but I don't know. What is Project Hail Mary? Project Hail Mary is a book by Alex or something. What's the name of the author? And it's read by, the audiobook is read by someone that does a really good job. Andy, that's it. I knew it started with an A. Andy Weir. LDO aprons, stickers, hats, first come, first take. And Orbiter 3 and some other stuff. You sir guy? Yeah, it was a really good audiobook. Okay, let's see if this is going to work out okay. I remember last time, just kind of squeeze, knock away any little extra bits in here so the part just doesn't immediately crack. Just an itty bitty drop in the bottom. Oops. Yeah, that'll do. Ray Porter. going to very gently, I think this will work, very gently squeeze it in with this. It doesn't actually go in the whole way, right? Yeah, I think that's as far as it goes in. Yeah, it's a shallow pocket there. That's right, Poity will be at the Peel Poly booth with the Magneto X, which I will do some content on when my production one gets here. One of the booths I'm definitely stopping by and hoping to do some videos. Nice. We may do something fun there. We'll see. I do not believe it was actually on hold. The DHL box that I was expecting today said it was on hold. So I haven't actually put this on the same way. So use the other one as an indicator. That just goes there. I'm going to let these sit here and dry for a bit. Belt for the thread insert iron station. This is a heat set press, and this is the VLMP from Vector 3D. I think this can come off. I don't think I have any more heat sets to do. Vertical linear motion press is what Adam calls that. Okay, that is gonna go there. And what size screws are these? Those are in 3x4s. Was Adam at Open Sauce? He was not. I did see Tom Scott? Is that right? Stanton. Tom Stanton. And I saw Andy or Angus and James and Ivan. Hey, Sir McSquishy. Okay, so this ends up going in here like this. And this bolts to the carrot. So I think this is really the part that we need now. So let's go ahead and, which way is this gonna go? Something like, yeah, something like that. So this is gonna go in here and get an M. That's interesting. There's a big old slot there, but there is no room for that to actually slot. Or does that go the other way? No, I think that's correct. Yeah. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna have to do some searching for a rail. Is that a new press fit one? I don't know. I mean, that just goes in there. So I kind of forgot about the 50mm rail. I know I have one around. Oh, there's one. Cool. Got one right here. It is a West 3D. Go. And let's pull this guy out. And I probably have the little rail thing around here. Where did I see that? I saw it somewhere. Anyway, let's make a mark here. Just marking the groove side of this just so it goes on the same way. Uzel, I chose tap on this because I had this. So I tried the Vitali Tap 6mm on my green V2, and I'm trying the 9mm on this Trident. And I like tap. Okay, so we're just gonna pull this out. And this was greased by pushing the frickin' grease through the hole. Blah, blah, blah. Clean this out. I don't really want a big old blob of grease to warm up and drip out of the hot end over time. Look how messy that is. Look how messy. There we go. And it gets all extra grease down in here. We don't need it down in there. There we go. Push you back in there. That'd be good. Mumbling. Mumble, mumble, mumble. Okay, so this guy is going to go on here, and I will use the bottom one is a M3x10. This guy along with a heat set. Other ones are 3x6s, and they're just using button heads for all of them. Yeah. See you, Tessa. So the bottom one uses this heat set on there to act as a spacer, so there's a bottom stop for the rail. Does the rail fit the cutout? Yeah. Well, I said yeah. It seemed like it did, but it is not quite. Let me see if I need to get it in there. It is a little narrow. It is a little narrow. There's an instruction on YouTube. Yeah. What about it? Do I need instructions? Let's see if it'll. Is there something here that's special that I don't remember from the other one? Is there something here special? There's a trick. Trim it on the Milo. Oh, the screw isn't hurting, isn't causing any problems here. Let's see. Let's see if we push this in from the end. I think that worked. First tighten without heat set. That makes sense. It does make sense. Well, it is basically lined up then since I pushed it through that way. Thrasher HT, yes, I will be at Murph. That makes sense. But it was pretty much seated when I pushed it up through there from the bottom. Just kind of slid it into there. Oh, we got 100 likes, 183 people, and 32 minutes until Polymaker time. Okay, so those are tight. This one. Put this one back in. There we go. Okay, so let's get this onto the printer. Let's get things out of the way over here. So many spiders, new webs everywhere, especially since I got back from OpenSauce. Okay. Let's see, what size are these screws? Don't actually list them. They're not listed, that's okay. Hey, pathetic Puma. Specs some M3x6s. This guy's gonna go on here. Yeah. A V0 speed build for Murph. Are you relatively close? I don't remember. I'm just going to go loose on here. Start working towards belting this. Get a lizard or frog to live in the garage, take care of your spider problems. We have so many lizards here. So many lizards this year. First year we've had a ton of lizards in the 17 years I've lived here. We use Oldham couplings for the lead screws. I wasn't planning on it. That wasn't on the mod list. I don't have any. Okay, so now we get to do what Double T said will take about 2 hours, and that's belt it. How many spiders it would have been without the blizzards. This is true. Okay, that goes there. So we're going to do something like... Actually, I want to go... Well, where's the top? Okay, that's there. 2-hour drive, building a V0 in my engraved frame from Rocky Mountain. Filament parts finished printing in about 20 minutes. Nice. Okay. I'm just trying to kind of figure out what process I want to go. I think I want to go this way. This is going to go through here, which means I'm just going to set this. That's a lot of belt, right? That's enough belt to redo a 2.4, do this, and I think rebelt a Phoenix. Okay, I'm going to take off the this stepper. It is GT3. Yep. Build my solid fork while I watch. Excited for my first Trident serial. Do you have any idea when you will be revisiting solid fork build? I don't actually. It'll be relatively soon, but that might be soon. I just don't know. I haven't even looked at what's involved in that build right now. I don't really want to do that. I want to go. No, it keeps wanting to push through. Interesting color scheme going for a 90s vibe. Well, kind of 80s outrun style. And I'll say I'm pretty sure I did this before Zombie did. Not that it matters, honestly. Down through there and then up through. Maybe I can use this. There we go. That was easier. No, I'm not even gonna go there. Never mind. Let's see. Looks like 37 millimeters from the top of this. If we want to go from that surface, which is probably more accurate. I did. I know. Looks like 38 from the top of here. Okay, that goes there, and then this guy is the wrong one. This one is gonna go. You know, I got to catch myself sometimes. So that's absolutely not appropriate. And we'll stop right there. Okay, so that, oh, come on, stay on there. Down around here. There we go. Great seeing you and the rest of our team at Open Sauce, you too. Although I almost guarantee I would remember your face. The names are just ridiculously hard. There we go. That goes across there. And it appears to not rub on this, so that's good. Nah, there's no reason for that. There really isn't. Hey, Matthew. Okay. Okay, so that is, I don't know how much I want to leave myself. Plenty of belt here, but I don't want to waste a bunch. Oh, perfect. Let's just go here to here. Just cut it right there, I think. Everything is in place. Everything is seated. Not wasting any. Yeah, we'll just cut it right there. Uh-oh. And cut. Awesome. Thanks. Thanks, Double T. And now, after all that work, we pull it. And we are going to pull that work, and then you pull it. The shame, I know. Got a beard hair in there. Do you have a good place to source a GT3? That roll looks expensive. I bought it from Fabrico. I saw it there. I was placing an order for something, and I said, I'll just cry once. And bought a whole bunch so I didn't have to pay shipping every time I needed more. Okay, so 2 belts, same or very similar length. We'll be able to make sure that they're the same, effectively the same, as we tension things up. How long is that roll? 10 meters? Maybe. I don't remember. It's been like a year since I ordered it. And on top chat instead of live chat. I'm on live chat, but as we discussed, I see no YouTube moderation notices. None. None at all. Okay, we're gonna do this again. So this goes through here. Maybe we can get this belted before giveaway time. I think that's reasonable. What's the difference between top chat and live chat? Honestly, I don't know. I've never actually noticed a difference when I change it. Mine is set to live chat right now, my view, but the link for the display, the overlay, doesn't change. It doesn't change for either one. Thanks, Sergey. I think we have fun. Nice. relax builds. Just got the notice on my watch of your file there, Double T. It was way easier to pull these to run that belt. We're on printer while watching and just broke my 10-inch touchscreen getting distracted. Ouch. Sorry. It is a real bummer. Nope. You need to go this way. Pull you. There we go. That way. Any luck on these double support bearings? I think Double T just made a revision for this. I will check them out, and they're easy to swap out later. So. Trying to stay awake just a bit more to catch the giveaway. You got 18 minutes. 18 minutes. I could probably use a tougher, zip tie here and be more effective. But I'm gonna go this way. Is there a belt tension meter for GT3 belts? Same one. I'll let you know, Double T. Thanks for that. We'll see how it works out. There we go. Just need. Oh, no. There we go. There. Any thoughts on Kraken steppers? I've seen those. I know near nothing about them. Couldn't you simply remove the cap? Well, maybe. That might have made sense. I'm going to use post open cell spraying as my excuse all stream. Okay, so that's there. That will now pull through here. This needs to go around there. There we are. I may still need to adjust the position of those pulleys, but it won't be too bad. Mental, yeah, a bit of both. A little bit of convention crud. Fortunately, seems to be isolated to my sinuses. It was windy, and all the talking at the event really had the back of my throat raw, and I think that's kind of triggered a little bit of a sinus infection. So how are you feeling, Bill? Or Derek, if you're still around? Okay. You think you'll be checking out Cyborg's new Trident? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Talked to them at Smurf. Okay. So let's just leave. I can just leave that right there. I got that too. Getting home to sky full of smoke didn't help much. Yeah. I'm not no fever, none of that. So it's nothing more than just raw throat crud. So I'm gonna get some extra rest this week, and then hope that that takes care of me. Go to Murph. Looks like the virus is going on, real bad throat inflammation and not much else. We had it here in East Coast a lot. Yeah. I've had this before. Same thing. Just my throat gets irritated. My throat gets extra irritated because I had my tonsils removed. And yeah, let's go ahead and do the suggestion here. I had my tonsils removed, and the extra membranes in the back of my throat removed. So a UPPP, yeah, tonsillectomy and a uvula something plasty. Basically, they hogged out the back of my throat. I don't have a uvula anymore. And so I'm very susceptible to choking, things going down the wrong pipe, and I seem to get these a little easier than I used to. Oh, the Point Wildfire is about 35 to 40 miles north of us. Are you in any danger at all, or just the regular? Regular typical fire season danger. You're getting a handle on it, that's good. Well, I had extremely severe obstructive sleep apnea, and it was very much worth it to go through that to get good sleep and not have my blood oxygen levels go down to under 90. Problem is, I've got I'm fighting the teeth. The teeth keep meshing on each other here, and I'm having a hard time keeping it from doing that. There we are. Oh, almost. Now I got it. You've updated your 2040s. Need a gummy bear. If you don't have gummy bears, that's just a Prusa for a bag. I got a bag over there. My bag of gummy bears came with a Mark IV. Come on. There we go. Okay. There, goes up there. This one goes up. Back up on, there we are. There we are. Long boy is. It's just, I'm able to get a slightly better angle by not having this screwdriver run into the frame here. See, you don't knock it. We got 8 minutes. 8 minutes till giveaway time. Okay. So now I think I can take this off. Should take this. Put those there. This is going to go through the top. Does it go? Is that how it goes? Back here, and then back in and under. It's fancy tap, yep. Got the same amount on both of these. Okay, so now that, I think this one we should do the same. And this one, just to get them in. Okay, that's there. Not gonna tighten these up. Barely in. 31% containment on post fire. Where is that? I know where Gorman is. We had an emergency down there many, many years ago. A break in the levee or something like that. It's one of my early traveling to a facility emergency for my work. Let's pull this out. Okay, let's make sure everything is writing in. Oh, that one is not. Neither is that one. That is. That is. So now they are writing in the right spots. I need a couple more in 3x6s. It jumped the 5 the other day. Ooh. I'm gonna see the smoke, or is it just on the north side of the grapevine there, or am I gonna see the smoke in LA? Is there anything down by Pyramid Lake? Ooh. Yeah, the 7-year ago fire, yeah. I will see the smoke, yeah. Are you going to Rapid, Bully? We'll see you at Rapid. Okay, so that's there, and then hopefully we can get this to squeeze through here. I think I'm gonna have to loosen that some more. Fight the magnets. Rapid is in LA. Yep, this year it's in LA. If you go looking around, you can get tickets. You can get free tickets from any number of people. Joe Telling is doing free tickets. Hopefully they're still all active. I know iBoss was posting on Twitter about a ticket code. So this year it is in LA at the convention center. Okay, this is fun. Where's pliers? I lose my pliers. Nope, they're right here. That SLS machine was making some really cool parts. Similar to resin, and worse than resin, the PPE and safety considerations are significant. There we go. That pulled through. I'll have to cut these quite a bit, but I'll probably pull these a little bit more that way. What do we got? 2 more minutes till Polymaker Filament giveaway time. Bothers me about the SLS. Someone casually mentioned the lung cancer is unintentional side effects. Well, and even more so when you start looking at filled, because they'll do filled powder. So start looking at carbon fiber or glass fiber strands mixed in with your powder, and you got a recipe for really bad stuff. There we go. Pull some this way, just a little bit. Want some more machines at OC Maker Faire? Let me know. I can bring some down. Ooh, maybe. We'll see how many I can bring. I am doing a table, so feel free to reach out to me when we get closer. We can coordinate something. That'd be fine. Let's do about that much. You know what, Steven? You need to remove the front idlers on a V0 when you're rebelting it. Makes it way nicer. Way nicer. You can cut your belts flush, and it's not that bad to rebelt if you pull the front idlers. Oh, there you go. Exactly what Nuno just said. There we go. That's about what I want for belt stick out on each side. Enough to grab if I'm, I think it'll, yeah, it pulls around the back side of the belt there on the edge. I wish I had thought of that while inventing new curse words. I live 10 minutes from OCMF. Nice. That's the reason we don't have chamber heaters on Vorons. Yeah. Okay, that is good. So I'm going to basically lock this side in, I think. And we are at giveaway time, I understand. And we got people that are up late just for this. So let me just get this one more tooth over. Put in the a little belt retainer. There we go. Okay, let's do a Polymaker filament giveaway. I'm down to help out at the booth as well. Awesome. Awesome. I know last year that was one of those cases where my voice was shot at the end of that one-day event. And this year it's a 2-day event, right? I think this year it's a 2-day event. So I ran into, so Wally, if you remember the Blaster folks that were there, it was the same Blaster folks. It was the same similar group, a lot of the same people that were at OpenSauce. So it was fun to see them and play around with in their little range. So I have another 12 hours at work. Okay, let me pull this up. Oh, let's open. And here we are. Close that and this. Here we go. Close that. There we go. How far from LAX? I'm not super familiar with like distances down there, Taco. It's not that bad. So, okay. I'm going to close the entries when we haven't had a new entry in 3 seconds. I'm going to continue my trend of this not being a 3-minute 3 seconds. So I'm going to start my countdown now with 3. But so 3, 2, 1. Link is in the description and the pin post. So no excuses. We did get 2 entries there. So 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. Let's pull this up. Who got it? So Corey was first. GJ, you weren't first this time. You were second. Rod, you were fourth. Sativa was last one in there. Just barely. There's a special place now for those who purposely wait to make that count keep going. Trying to make it a little more palatable, right? It's still fun, but it got a little out of control. I get it. Okay, we are, it is, so this weekend is the 12th Murph. So let's go a number between 1 and 12. Murph number 12. A long time. And once we're done with this countdown, let's go 11. I like 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll hold off on that last thought for a second. End spin. Who do we got? Cinnamungta. Are you here? Congratulations. Let's get a timer going. You have 2 minutes to say something in chat. Cinnamungta. Say something in chat. We'll see ya. If you're in the US or Canada, you get a coupon to the US or Canada stores. If you're outside the US or Canada, you get to pick a roll from a list. So, Cinnamini. Cinnamongta, are you here? Are they taggable? Keeping the streak alive. Just keep watching. One day. Not here, or am I? Congratulations. Good job. Get this copied. I want everybody, and this will be interesting. I want everybody, now that we're done with that, I want everybody to say happy birthday to someone whose birthday was yesterday that I'm not going to mention because I'm not 100% sure, and I'm being nice. So I just want to say happy birthday, the person who has a birthday yesterday. And there we go. Cinnamongta, congrats. You'll hear from me before I leave from Earth. Yesterday person, exactly. They are here. I just wanted to. Fun. Happy birthday yesterday, person. A few days ago, person, Troy J. Happy birthday. Okay. Yeah, that is on. Let's do a first round of tensioning before we call it here. Now I've got a pretty obvious bit off on the belt, so I'm gonna try just moving this. Oops. A few, apparently. I'm gonna leave that right there and see if that's pretty close. Oh, there may very well might be multiple people who had a birthday yesterday who are watching right now, but okay, this just registered for Rapid. Awesome. I will see you there. I think we can try doing this. Yeah, that'll work. There is a screw in here that pulls on an embedded nut. Oh, there. You can see it kind of at the top of the screen. Embedded nut there, screw there. Pulls this way, which pulls on the belt there. I want to move this as far this way as possible before I finish tensioning these belts. I don't know how much more I have. That is fully loosened. So I'm going to go in probably a couple of turns there. And then yeah, who is going to be at Murph? Engineering Chaos. Doing well. We've spent 2 hours belting a Trident. Okay, so that's there. I'm gonna pull, yeah, there we go. Pulling that way as far as it'll go. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Pathetic Puma, good. A couple of turns that way. And this one's already pretty much there, so I'm not gonna worry about that too much. Rod, I'll see you there. I've seen you there the last 2 years, right? Yes. Shouldn't belt mine 40 minutes before bed. Well, I think it's just this guy. Okay. So now that I've done that, I think I want to pull one more. When is Rapid? It's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday next week. There we go. If I push on the belt here and pull on the slack, I can get it to skip. Once at MRF, twice at IRF. Oh, okay. I think that's actually pretty decent because there is some tension on it right now. So I'm going to go with that. Need to leave now. See you, Jonas. Had this 6mm CNC version of this gantry and got the best looking input shaper graphs I've ever had. Awesome. Yeah, Rapid is next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm going to tighten these up. I did not get many selfies. I didn't take many selfies with any of the, I like usually the overseas creators and stuff. I just didn't get to it. It kind of varies on the show whether I push for that or not. Reduced belt length compared to the stock 4-on gantry, it does not. I did. But I didn't say I didn't get any. I said I didn't get many. Okay. Now when I bolted this in, I made sure that this was all squared up. I agreed, Frostbite. Yep. I don't like to bug folks either. But it depends on the mood, what mood I'm in and what mood it seems like they might be in. These are PTFE coated lead screws, and I'm not having any issues with them that I'm aware of. Okay, so then, there we go, that'll work. We can this is how you tighten these. Pull that and see the whole stepper moves over. I'll have to go get my, I think my tension meter is in the other garage. So we won't actually tension it today. We'll just get it. You can tell if your belts are somewhat close to even, if you still touch your reference points at the same time on each side. If you tighten one belt too much, then it will tweak the gantry. Isn't it? Isn't this awesome? This is the long boy screwdriver. It has a ridiculously small handle for the screwdriver length. Okay, so we will, since I don't have the tension meter here, I think we're going to call that, I'm going to call that progress. We're going to call that progress. It is belted. Now, what we will need to do still is, it appears that I need to tweak the height of the steppers. They both need to go up a little bit. So we will see what that looks like on the, see what that looks like with these things. Remember, folks buy their cars and not names. This is a 250, yep. This is a 250. So this is a beta LDO. When LDO was coming out with a kit, this was the beta of that, and I built it on stream. I did not build this one. Did I build this one on stream? I did not build this one on stream. I built this one on my own. I took a bunch of photos of it, but I never did the blog that I wanted to do. I built the Trident on stream. These lead screws are used with a palm nut, yes. You ever run a clipper skew correction on any of your printers? I have not. I haven't run into a situation where I felt like I needed to. I don't know if something could have been better if I had run it. See, Martin? So with that, I am going to take off because 2 days after open sauce, this is about the limit of my voice. I can feel it. So I need to rest up for Murph and Rapid. So if you're going to be there, please say hi, chat. Otherwise, I will be back to streaming. I'm not going to be back. I will be back for the Charlie's Angels stream on the 29th. And we will be back on the black box build on the 30th. That's the plan. So thank you for all the gifted memberships, new members. Thanks to Polymaker for the filament giveaway. Various things I'm using in this mod build were sourced by me or other people. I'm trying to call that out when I start using them. Like this 9mm gantry came from Fabrico, but like these moon steppers I bought in a group buy. So stuff like that. It's going to be all over the place. So with that, have a good rest of your week. Hope to see you at one of the events. Enjoy the build.